it's Maddie, and welcome to the final TBR of 2024, which is just so crazy to say. And also, welcome to Bookmas. I'm honestly so excited to be filming for this. I really enjoy doing Bookmas, and I love just getting into the holiday spirit and doing all the fun videos and reading as much as you can before the year ends. Speaking of which, I don't have anything in particular that I want on this month's TBR, but I do have so much that I want to get to before the end of the year, and I know I'm not even going to get to a fraction of it, but we're still going to try to get to as much as we can. I did decide to pick out all the cards except for my festive ones, and then I left the sword card and the back card in the deck, but other than that, they're all just festive, holiday, or Christmassy, whichever one you celebrate. If you're new to my channel, let me just give you a quick rundown of my TBR game. Essentially, my husband hand drew all of these gorgeous TBR cards, and I usually choose about 7 or 8 of them every month, and on the back of each card there are TBR prompts. And then I also have a TBR jar. It changes depending on the month. This month I put it in this adorable little gingerbread house, and it has so many TBR prompts in here, and I usually choose a couple at the end if I don't end up getting a bomb card that tells me I need to draw a couple of TBR prompts from the gingerbread house or whatever the TBR prompts may be in for the month. I think for this month I'm going to choose 7 cards, and then we will see if we need to dig into the TBR jar at the end. Either way, I'll definitely pull a couple. I also have some wrapped books, so I'm hoping that I get the card that asks me to unwrap a book. If I don't, I'll unwrap at least one book at the end as well, and then at the end of the video I'll also share with you my book club books. So let's just dive into the game because I'm really excited to see what I end up getting. And I forgot to mention too, there are bomb cards in here, so some of them are sneaky bomb cards. They look all cozy and warm and inviting, but really they are deadly cards waiting to strike. So we will see who wins out, the TBR bomb cards or me. Okay, let me just quickly shuffle them up. We literally got a bomb card to start. I feel like that's been happening so much lately, but we ended up getting this cozy, adorable candle, and this is definitely a sneaky bomb card because it is Read an Entire Backlist series. I love this card, but I hate this card all at the same time because it gets me to pick up series that maybe I'm putting off or that I really want to get to. I'm just not prioritizing them, and so this can be a good thing, but a lot of times it can be kind of daunting depending on how many books are in the series. So I'm probably going to go for like a duology or a trilogy so it's not too crazy, and hopefully pick like a fast-paced series. I have definitely a couple that I could choose from, and see what we're going to go with for this month. I think it was only right to go with the rest of the Caraval series. I only have 2 books left. I read Caraval at the beginning of the year, absolutely loved it, and I really want to finish this series before the end of the year, and I feel like it would be a really good full circle moment. I do have access to the audiobook, so if I want to throw on an audiobook while I'm driving or doing whatever, I feel like that would be perfect. The series is also just so cozy and perfect for this time of year, so I'm really excited. I think that's why I took so long to pick it up, because once the wintry weather kind of started to drift away, my interest in picking these up kind of drifted away, not because of the series itself, but just because it's so perfect to read during the winter months. So I'm very excited to be picking these ones up and finishing out the series. I feel like this is a good full circle moment. So honestly, Maddie won TBR bomb card 0 this time because I am honestly so ready for these two, and I'm very excited to be picking these up. I actually might pick these up pretty early on in this month. Okay, let's pick prompt number 2. Ooh, okay, we ended up getting the little stocking. That is so cute, and that is plus 2 TBR prompts. So we already get to dive into the gingerbread house, which I could not be more happy about. The only thing about this is I feel like it's going to be super hard to get the prompts out without them flying everywhere, just because this is such like a tight space, but we'll do our best. Okay, so the first one is it features an animal. So I think I'm gonna go with the last animal. I've been dying to pick this book up. It sounds so unique and interesting. I know it's about these 2 girls, Eve and Vera. Their mom is a single mom, and she is on a scientific expedition in the Arctic, and the kids end up stirring up trouble, and they end up discovering this preserved 4,000-year-old baby mammoth, and it sets off a chain reaction of different events. And so the mother and her daughters go rogue, and they end up traveling to this animal farm in Italy, and then they find this super interesting creature that's unspecified in the synopsis that could change the world. So I'm very curious about what's going to happen in this book, but it just sounds so unique and incredible, and I'm really excited to get to this one. Okay, next TBR prompt. Okay, this one features a vampire. So I think I'm gonna go with Beautiful Villain. This one sounds so good. It says, 7 years ago I lost him for good. Now he's back, but he's still the Jay Gatsby I used to know. Or is he something more, something darker? This just sounds really intriguing, and I'm really excited to get to this one. I kind of want to go in relatively blind, but I've been itching to pick this one up ever since I purchased it. So I definitely want to dive into this one, and I would love to read this before the end of the year. So this ended up being so perfect. Okay, let's do the third TBR card. Ooh, we ended up getting the bats, so taking it a little bit back to spooky season. So this one is a spooky setting or cover. I know exactly which one I'm gonna pick up. I want to go with A History of Fear. This book I picked up last year, and I've been dying to get it. I kind of just went to Barnes and grabbed things that really pulled me in, and this was one of them. And I'm so sad that I did not get to this last year. But essentially, there's this guy named Grayson. He's supposed to be this infamous murderer in Scotland. He's always claimed that the devil made him do it. However, when he is found hanged in his prison cell, there is a manuscript that is found with him, and it puts everything that everyone thought they knew into question, and everyone's starting to wonder, did he actually do it, or is there something else going on? I'm just so excited to get to this because it has the feeling of dark academia because it's set at the University of Edinburgh, and I've heard that it has a pretty accurate representation of Edinburgh, so I'm very excited for that. And also I feel like it's just gonna have a very spooky setting, as is the TBR prompt. So this is the one I'm gonna go with, and I'm so excited. Okay, fourth prompt. Ooh, okay, we ended up getting The Lights. I love this one, and that's gonna be first in a new series. When I was looking through my shelves, I had to go with this one because the cover reminds me of the holiday season, and it makes me feel really festive, and it's just so gorgeous. But also I've been dying to start this series regardless, but that's gonna be Fear the Flames. This cover could not be more perfect for the holiday season. I'm so excited about this series just in general, and I've been putting it off long enough. This has been on my radar for quite a while, and I'm so happy to have this edition because I think it's so gorgeous. I really like the indie published edition as well, but now that's been traditionally published, and they did a good job because they don't always make it better. Sometimes they make it worse, but this time they're pretty comparable. Like, I enjoy both of them. What prompt are we on? 5. Okay, let's pick the 5th card. Oh, okay, we ended up getting the Candy Canes. I love that. So that's going to be a book that has multiple POVs. Okay, so the one I decided to go with for multiple point of views is The Coven. The reason I decided to go with this one is A, because this also reminds me of the holidays just because of the red and green, which I absolutely love. But also there's witches, there's a school. That's all I really need to know, and I'm really intrigued by this one. Ever since I had my eye on it, I've been dying to pick it up and see what this is all about. I literally have heard nothing about it. I just saw these, thought the covers were super gorgeous. It's witchy, which always gets me, so I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, next card. I think we're on 6. Ooh, okay, we got the Christmas tree. This is super gorgeous. So this is gonna be a holiday or wintry read. So I had to go with It Happened One Christmas, and the reason why I'm super drawn to this is because it's essentially about Zoe, who's this movie producer or director, I can't remember. Oh yeah, a director of countless holiday movies, and she ends up going to this small town where, what's his name? Ben. He is the mayor and also a tree farmer, and he's like, absolutely not. Are you gonna come into my town and produce this movie, and they end up getting stuck in a snowstorm. And what got me was the snowstorm, because does all of the rest of that sound super adorable? Yes, it does. But me and my husband actually first got together after the night we got stuck in a snowstorm. It was super magical, super beautiful. One of my favorite memories in my entire life. I absolutely cherish that day, that evening, everything. It was seriously magical. So I would love to get a taste of that and just read this book and reminisce on that, because at the very least it will bring back some really good memories. So I'm hoping that it's super cute. I am very excited to pick this one up. I actually picked this up last Christmas and just didn't get to it. So I'm definitely wanting to get to this one this year and not take it into another year. Okay, next card. Oh, we ended up getting McCall, and that's going to be a book that's over 400 pages. So we have our second bond card for the game. So I think I'm going to have to go with Bloodguard. This will be perfect too, because it will be a page pusher for my Book of the Month yearly challenge. And I just have a couple books that I need to fit in 2 different slots, and the page pusher is one of the ones I need. So I need a couple chunky books to meet that little badge. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Also, it sounds super cool, and I feel like it'll be great for the holidays. Again, super on brand. But what I do know about this is there's a gladiator and a princess that end up teaming up. It's kind of all I need to know. It sounds really great. It sounds like it's gonna be maybe brutal at times, really interesting, really heartfelt at times, but we'll just see what we end up getting into once we actually crack open these pages. So that was the last TBR card, but since we didn't get the unwrapped card, which I'm so sad about because it was so cute. These were the last 2 holiday cards. This one was Unwrap a Book and this one was a debut novel, but because we didn't get those 2, I think that I'm going to just pull up a spinner wheel. I have 11 books wrapped right there, and I will just count from this side to this side. So let me pull up the spinner wheel and then we'll spin to see what book we're gonna unwrap. Ooh, I don't know if you can see that. It says 6. So we're gonna unwrap book 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, it's a little bit of a chunkier one. Look how cute these dinosaurs and the Santa and the penguin and just all of the little creatures on here. I'm obsessed with this wrapping paper. My husband surprised me with it. I'm like, can you give me wrapping paper to wrap my books? And he's like, yep. And he ended up getting this one. I usually get whatever Nightmare Before Christmas one is, because they usually have a different one every year, but they didn't have any. So we had to go with this, but I am not mad about it. It's super cute. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, so we ended up getting Hotel Magnifique. I don't know why I said that so weird, but well, I'm not even gonna try. Anyways, we're gonna read this one. This is actually so perfect for the holiday season. It kind of gives me Carnival vibes, but different at the same time. I don't know why I'm assuming that, but I've never heard anybody talk about this, and I am intrigued. So we'll just see. And I thought this would be a good way for me to end up picking this one up, because I did eye it quite a few times before I purchased it, and then I keep putting off reading it. So I think this was a good way to choose this, and it's not because I'm not interested. I just want to see, I guess, like how YA it's gonna be. So a little bit of the synopsis is: the hotel is legendary not only for its whimsical enchantments, but also for its ability to travel, appearing in a different destination every morning. Oh, it's almost like Howl's Moving Castle in a way. That sounds super magical. While Janie and Zoza can't afford the exorbitant cost of a guest stay, they can interview to join the staff and are soon whisked away on the greatest adventure of their lives. But once inside, Janie quickly discovers their contrasts are unbreakable, and that beneath the marvelous glamour, the hotel is hiding dangerous secrets. Oh, actually, that sounds so good. Okay, I'm actually really excited about this. Okay, now let's talk book club books. So I have 2 to share with you. The first one is Make the Season Bright. This is for my Accidentally Yours book club with my friend Brooklin from Brooklyn's Library channel and book club, a link down below. I'm very excited about this. I really enjoyed the Delilah Green Doesn't Care universe, and so I'm kind of wondering if there's going to be like a snippet of that from this book. But either way, I'm super excited to dive into this. I feel like it's going to be a really great time, and I've heard really good things, so I'm very excited. And I'm excited to talk to Brooklyn about what her thoughts are about this. So here's the first one. The second one is for my Lights Out book club with my husband. We just read books together, and it's kind of just our own little book club, and it's super fun. But we're gonna actually end up reading The Ornithologist Field Guide to Love. It's so funny. I'll like literally say the word so smooth off camera, but the second I turn on the camera, I cannot say this word suddenly. But either way, I'm very excited about this one. What really made my husband want to pick this one up is it just felt reminiscent of Fantastic Beasts. It could literally be nothing like it, but we love that movie, and so I'm really excited to dive into this one. But it's a little bit historical, it's a little bit fantasy, it's a little bit rom-com, so you get a ton of all of the fun things, and I'm hoping that we really enjoy it. I feel like I definitely will, and I think he's gonna love it too. I think in honor of Bookmas and the holiday spirit, it's only right that we unwrap at least one more book. So let me spin the wheel and let's unwrap our final book for this TBR. Ooh, we ended up getting book one. Hopefully you can see that. There we go. So literally book one right here. Oh my god, I'm so excited and nervous to see what this is gonna be, because this is gonna be our final book on the December TBR and our final book on the TBR for 2024, which is just so crazy. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay, I'm actually so excited about this one. This has been on my TBR for quite a while now, so I thought this would be perfect to wrap up and hopefully get, and I ended up getting With Love from Cold War. I'm actually so excited about this one. It sounds super cute and wintry, and I'm very excited. I think it's set in summer, that was the only thing. But like it's a wintry setting or like a cold setting. Oh yeah, it says located in humid Orlando, Florida, but I guess it's supposed to be Cold World. It's supposed to be this like winter wonderland thing in Orlando, Florida. So either way, I'm very excited to get to this and add this to the TBR. So that's it from me. I'm hoping you're having an amazing December, a very cozy, amazing December, and I hope to see you in the next video, and I'll see you for the next day of book